Today, we'll focus on what we show to others, the mask that is meant to protect us, but which, if we identify with it too strongly, can become our prison. Jung called this the persona. Imagine a specific situation, a business meeting where you have to present a project. You are focused, professional. You don't show stress. This is your employee persona. But what happens to your real self at that moment? Where does your spontaneity, tiredness, or irritation go? And most importantly, after leaving that meeting, can you take that mask off? Or have you worn it for so long that you've forgotten what you look like without it? The persona, in the simplest terms, is our social mask. It is not inherently bad or false. Jung saw it as a necessary part of life, a kind of psychological skin that helps us function in different groups. Why do we have it? So that we don't have to, every time we enter a shop, go to a meeting, or attend a family dinner. Explain our entire complex history, all our fears and desires. The persona simplifies communication. It also protects our delicate true self from constantly being exposed to judgment. Where does it come from? We create it from childhood, learning which behaviors are rewarded and which are punished. At work, we learn being professional. Among friends, being the life of the party. In the family, which being caring. These are our personas. The persona is not your true whole personality. It's just an interface, like the touch screen of your smartphone. The screen itself is not the phone, but it allows you to use it. This is where we get to the core. The persona and the shadow are inextricably linked. To maintain our ideal persona, for example, the always polite employee, we must hide somewhere everything that threatens it. Where do we hide irritation, anger, laziness, critical thoughts? Right into the bag called the shadow. The more rigid and perfect your persona is, the larger and darker your shadow becomes. A person with a very strong persona of the eternal optimist and life of the party will repress their sadness, despondency, and need for solitude. These feelings will become part of their shadow, and they, as we remember, don't disappear. They will try to reveal themselves through outbursts of anger, passive aggression, or psychosomatic illnesses. Do you see the pattern? What you don't accept in yourself, the shadow, directly shapes the mask you show the world, the persona, and vice versa. The problem with the persona is not its existence, but identification. When you start to believe that you are your mask, when you think, I am this position in the company, I am just a mother, I am that fun guy, this is the moment you lose touch with your true self. You feel burnout and emptiness. You feel like you're playing a role your whole life. You feel anxiety at the thought of people seeing you without the mask. Your life becomes rigid, lacking authentic spontaneity. This is precisely the false self syndrome. Why do we do this? Because the world rewards our masks. Promotion, likes on social media, approval, we get all this for our persona. It's easy to forget who we really are then. Time for practice. Remember, the goal is not to get rid of the persona. That's impossible and unnecessary. The goal is to become its conscious user, not its slave. Here is a simple exercise you can do in a notebook. Step 1. Identify your personas. Draw a table with 3 columns. In the first column, list your main social contexts: work, family/partner, friends, social media, me alone at home. In the second column, next to each context, describe what mask do you wear there. How do you want to be perceived? What is your role? Be honest. For example, work, the always competent person who never shows uncertainty. Friends, the one who always has good advice and doesn't show their own problems. Family, the rock that will handle everything and knows it all. Step 3, reflection on the cost. In the third column, ask yourself the key question: what costs do I bear by maintaining this persona? What do I have to hide? This is where you'll see the connection to the shadow. For example, for the always competent persona, I hide my uncertainty, questions, moments when I feel I can't cope. Cost, high stress, not asking for help, feeling of loneliness. For the eternal rock persona, I hide my helplessness, sadness, need to be taken care of, cost. Burnout, suppressed emotions. This exercise won't immediately give you freedom, but it will give you something more important, awareness. The next time you're at work and feel the pressure to be perfect, you can say in your thoughts, this is my employee persona trying to take over. It's just a mask. Deep down, I am more than that. That moment of awareness is a huge step. So remember, the persona is a useful tool. The shadow is the storage for that tool. The problem starts when you confuse the tool with the builder. That is, with your true self. Your goal is not to live without masks. Your goal is to live where you have the freedom to choose which mask to wear and when to take it off. It's about you returning to yourself, to that true, complex, beautiful, and sometimes difficult interior, and knowing that this is your home. I encourage you for the next week to simply observe your personas without judgment, just with curiosity. See when they appear and what hides beneath them. And in the comments, if you feel like it, share your observations. What personas did you manage to identify? Thank you for watching. If you want to continue this journey into yourself, subscribe to the channel and look for shadow work exercises I have prepared for you. See you soon and stay strong.